MC for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's hold together. Let's hold together. Peace and unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
Maybe show them my brother. I mean, my brother, huh?
Good evening, good morning, whatever way my work means. That's why you love me.
If I having a screen for my bro, you enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Wow. So the rest of the panelists will shortly join us, and as soon as the team comes on, we'll join our team of panelists on the show tonight. This is Liberia's East Side here on Truth FM 96.1. This program comes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So welcome to the Monday edition. I don't know which part of the world you are. For those of you monitoring us online, for those of you monitoring us through the radio, let's say welcome to the show. My name is Ansu. So our panelists will shortly join us here tonight. Mr. J. Victor Namwe, Dr. Richardson Smith Tope, and as soon as the guys then comes on, we will definitely welcome them to the show. But welcome for those of you in Radio Land monitoring us, for those of you through the Facebook, our viewers who finding us online. Liberia East Side, we discuss national issues, especially affecting our country. At the same time, we talk about the full activities. 70 to 75% activities of the citizen movement for change, the CMC. We talk about it right here on the show. So we talk about some of the initiative of CMC. Currently, someone say, "Wow, the MOOCs, developmental opposition political party when it comes to development. They are very, the party or the movement have been very strong, and they're not interfering with, should I say, interfering with what someone will say or may say because of this reason. So they are doing this. No, the movement smoothly carry on what they feel is necessary for our people. So we kind of want giving back. They want to give back to our people. So they've been doing it for the past years, even before we enter into 2026. So we talk about the citizen movement for change activity this year. This program is streamed live on Via TV on our official Facebook page by Heron Jala is the one. He's the producer manager. Yeah, making sure that you can see us or have us live on the Facebook. For those of you following us. So welcome to the show. Mr. Nangwe will shortly join me, and then the rest of the other panelists will come on. So many things happening back home, and the issue for that border, like the issue at the border, it will remain a constant talking point. Oh yeah, the issue at the border will remain a constant talking point. Consistently, we'll keep talking about the issue at the border. Oh yeah, on the show until that matter can be resolved. So whenever we come here, we won't stop talking about it. Um, we also talk about uh, other issues that came out lately this afternoon, especially with what's happening in how our government is proceeding with this current border issue with our sister country Guinea. So we also talk about it here tonight, and it's going to be a wide range of conversation up to 11 o'clock, folks. So I hope you just tighten your seatbelt, relax yourself if you are driving. If you are home, just relax on your bed or in your living room and listen to your radio. So we can provide information for you tonight strictly from Liberia's east side. So welcome to the show. Call someone, invite someone to follow the show tonight. It's going to be very interesting. Interesting. It's a Monday edition, so it's very heavy, well packaged for you tonight, our listeners. So I want you to invite someone, tell someone to join you on the show, so you can listen, and also, if it is possible, we can get you on. Yeah, we can get you on through the phone line. Well, it's Monday. A lot of things happen the weekend up to today on Monday. So the panelists will come on. We told Lione at the same time we talk about things affecting our country. It's good to have Mr. J. Victor Nangwe on, and I love right honor Mr. Nangwe name. Why is he written there? Audit the chart now. Mr. Nangwe, that's a see you carrying with you. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And so, how are you, Mr. Sully? It's good to see you.
Good to have you on. Let me see. Should I say, good to be back after the weekend? And how was
Yeah.
your weekend? Good to have you on, man.
The same here. Yeah, my weekend was good. We had Friday off. It was a religious holiday.
Hmm.
Um, I work with a local school district here. And so we have several nationalities and religions. And so Friday was a holiday, a Muslim holiday. We call that here, I think, Al Fitri, I believe, is celebration of the feast. But in recognition of Muslim student population, so I had a long weekend. Basically, that's where I'm going with this. So I didn't work on Friday, and so I rested out on Friday, and then the rest of the weekend. So I can say I'm well rested. It is good to be with you. It's good to see you, and I see Ansu Henry is in the back.
Hmm.
So tell him I say Uh, I say hello and thanks for what you guys do back there. It's good to be with you. Pretty soon I'll ask you to tell me how things are in terms of weather and things. Let's talk about weather a little bit. So here on Friday, we've been in the winter months. Um, so usually around this time, actually, spring. Spring is between, I believe, the winter and summer. So
Mm.
we have the very cold months, and then the warm months coming. So spring was officially declared on Friday. On Friday, it was pretty warm. I almost went outside in short trousers, but now the temperature has dropped again. We're back in the cold, so it's still up and down, but at least we are now in. I think you use Fahrenheit back when we use Celsius over there, and we are right now we're in the 50s. So the Fahrenheit scale, the freezing degree here, the freezing point is 32 degrees. So anything below 30 is 32 is freezing. So we've been below 32 for a very long time. So it's like you walk in the freezer, you know. So but little by little, as we get closer to summer, as we get into spring, the temperature begins to take up a little bit. So right now we are in the 50s, but on Friday we actually hit 70. So it's getting pretty warm now. 70 here being pretty hot. I think it's almost unbearable, but we're getting warmed up. But how's the weather over there? I know Liberia is either raining or it is sunny, but it's always warm, always hot.
Yes, exactly. So, and normally, back then, what we used to say at this time between the December, January, February, March, we normally experience and it's a dry time, and someone say, "Wow, that's the time the country become very very hot." Yeah, but with this climate change, uh, so we do experience rain anytime. It
Yeah,
rain anytime. Yeah, it
mm,
rain in December. It rain in January. It rain in February. Like this month February, I think it rain for 2 or 3 different times. And the way it fall, it was almost like we're in the rainy season. And someone said, "Wow, in February it is raining at this."
yeah,
Yeah, wow. So as I said, the climate change, so the weather is not. We will no more say that it's dry season where it's dry time. We're going to experience the few months. We're going to experience the city being a little bit hot for the next few months. No, anytime it can rain, anytime the rain may fall. So
right,
as I said, the climate change, everything changes here.
yeah. All right, but thank you for update on the weather. So let's talk a little bit around Monrovia. How are the prices, gasoline price of goods? The war going on in the Middle East right now. This is what is on everybody's lips. The war going on. I think you read. I think on Friday, the president of the United States backed himself up in the corner and gave the Iranian 48 hours to open that little strait where the oil comes through by 20% of the world's oil, the Strait of Hormuz. He said if the Iranian didn't open it, he was going to blow up all of their power supply. I think he realized he would be shooting himself in the leg and all that. So it looks like now he's having second thought about it. But in the meantime, the price of oil has gone up significantly since this thing started. I think some 24, 25 days ago. I think the price of oil may have gone up by almost $1 in terms of US. So I know LPRC has increased the price of oil. I think once or twice. But how are you guys? How are things over there?
Where we I run an afternoon show, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so I run an afternoon show, and it was also part of my talking point today, in which I decided to just to talk to. I know the audience around call me, just tell me how gasoline or how fuel been, been sold into the area, the county, and with a lot of feedback that came in, and what we noticed from there is, or what I noticed is that in terms of price control is one of the major factor of
Yeah.
price control. So government really have to take serious step. It's a old age thing, price control, where you have the market is open and people have their own way of selling, and the way how they feel they're selling, that's how they go about. So even government come up with the regular stable prices to regulate, you know, uh, the selling of fuel or gas in the market, you will still have people doing their own thing. So
Right.
today, the feedback from the callers, people call from as far as Grand Kidman County. People call as far as from the Nima County, Baza. People call from Immosorado to tell me that how gasoline in Immosorado, there are some area it been sold there for $920. Maybe the central town, the central of Monserrato, like the central Morovia, the Painesville Bell, maybe Cannonsville, but the rural area of the county, community Tony, Fender side, you notice that it's off for I think 1,100, 1,100, yeah, or 1,200, and there are some counted where it been sold there for $10. I think it was Kilman. Yeah, it was Kilman. I think the guy said it was then 1,200. Yeah, they were paying for transportation fare to go Crane Kilman. I think 1,200, but now they're around $10. They're paying almost 10 United States is around 1,800 dollars. So if you pay from 1,200 for 1,200 Liberian dollars. So just think how much added there. Two, two, 4, 6, 8. So additional almost of $5 have been added to $5 been added to that money. So it's around $10.
Hmm.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I asked him, I said, but back then, how much you need to pay? He said, well, we need to pay, I think, $1,000 or 920, 950, but we into 1,008 now. You understand? So,
Right.
yeah, so right in Monserrato, there are some communities, where it's sold there for 920, it's sold there for 900, it's sold there for 950. So, issue for the market price control or the prices control the market is so challenging, difficult. That's why the Ministry of Commerce released that communication on the rural area how gasoline should be sold.
Yeah, and I tell you, I don't think we've seen the last of it yet, unfortunately. But it's disheartening to see what this war has come to. Again, we hate to sound like a broken record, but the political leader and the CMC, they did give an advisory on some of the ways we thought the government could act to kind of to mitigate, to kind of soften the blow on what to do with this the gasoline situation. But hey, anyway, so let's talk about today's, because we'll come back to the what is happening in locally. We'll talk about the border situation, all of that. But these are the topics for today. Again, as you indicated, we're waiting for some of our colleagues. Dr. Richardson just indicated she is, she's traveling, but she thinks she'll be able to join us. I know Winston had asked for the link. Mr. Cooper, all the way in East Africa, so maybe he was joining. Vicky, our USA Canada chair, she's tied up, so she will not be able to join, but we'll see who will join us. But these are the topics we will be talking about today. Over the weekend, the CMC political leader, he comes out with his letter from Saglipia. It's kind of an advisory. Basically he posts out his thoughts. Sometimes the letter is personal. Sometimes it touches on national issue. Sometimes he just gives advice, but basically he speaks his mind through this letter. And it's a letter that comes out every Sunday. And he calls that letter from Saclipia. He's from Saclipia, District Number 7, Saclipia. So he put out one this Sunday. We'll talk about that. And then today, the CMC also put out a statement on the situation at the border, the Liberia-Guinea border. So we'll look at that release. Then something happened. I thought International Women's Month. I think it's this month. I thought it was last month. But anyway, the Liberty Party, had a major program over the weekend, I guess, because I saw a lot of people. I saw the foreign minister, who I know is not a Labour Party member. She has her own party. I think the All Liberia Party or something like that. My friend, Minister Cyril Beslo Yanti, she was at that program. I saw, the former Chief Justice, Gloria Musu Scott. A lot of people, but it was at that program which was organized to honor women and their, contribution to society. That Senator Dillon decided to engage in an act that many people feel kind of demean women on the day that women were being recognized. There's a video circulating of him, telling a lady to turn around and, kind of, slap the lady on her rear end and say he was, spraying her. So we'll talk about that. Why? Because it's trending. Senator Dillon is a senator. He's a senator of Maserati County, so he's a public figure. So, he's in the public glare, whatever. So we'll talk about it, and I hope some of my female colleagues, Dr. Richardson and others, will join us and talk to us on the female perspective on how they interpret what's in that video. And then we'll talk about what's happening at the border. There are lots of commentary coming out on the border. The legislators were there. They all give out their own interpretation of what is happening. Representative Ty one way, I read what he wrote, talking about people are afraid and concerned and all that, so he went there to actually see firsthand. So we'll talk about that, and then anything else. In the meantime, please prepare the line. We'll be taking calls every now and then and ask people, to join in and make their contribution on what we are discussing. So, but those are the topics we have for today. So, Mr. Selly,
Yeah,
let's get the show on the road. So let's talk about the
yeah.
PL.
So
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, I just want to I wanted to talk about the last one on our talking point, but since I'll just leave it open until you can start with the political leader
Okay.
letter. I
Okay.
want to start with the last one from the senator there, but let's get the ball rolling with the CMC statement, press release.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So, on Sunday, the political leader of the CMC, put out a statement, and he called this the journey to, I think, nowhere. He called this a journey to the unknown. A journey to the unknown. That is the title of his letter from Saclipia. A journey to the unknown. So we as a nation, we're in motion. We're traveling. There's a lot of movement. We can tell we are moving. We are in motion. But we don't know where we're going. We're moving. We're in motion. We think we are in motion. We're traveling. But we don't know where we're going. We don't have any coordinates. We don't have any GPS. We don't have any direction, any map that we can say, okay, we are here now. We need to cross over and make a right turn here and probably make a left here or go straight. Or when we get into the fork of in the road, we shouldn't take left because former President Shirley took left and she stumbled. Or former president, we had took left and he stumbled. So let's avoid taking left. But notwithstanding, we all know that we are going to, I don't know, maybe we're traveling. Let's just say we're traveling from Banga to Monrovia, right? Everybody knows we're going to Monrovia. We're on the bus, so everybody knows where we're going. That is what we don't have as a country. We don't have a final. We don't have a destination point that we are headed to. This is the essence of the letter that Mr. Musa Hassan put out. In simple terms, we don't have a national plan that we're striving towards. We don't have a national plan. I remember Gabriel Bacchus Matthews made a speech like this. I think it was during the presidency of President Samuel Doe. And the title of that speech was in Nation Adrift. And the nation, I think he said, was rudderless. So, when you travel on a ship, I believe the rudder is what anchors the ship so it doesn't just drift at sea or something like that. My definition, but that is how he described Liberia at the time. And there was so much commotion. The NDPR government was unhappy, and a lot of, but the fact of the matter was, we still is. We as a nation, we don't have a national plan. So here is what I think the honorable, and I haven't spoken to him about this letter, so I am just going to go off my understanding of the letter. I hope we get it at some point in time. So every country here, there is a national plan. Maybe it's a 20-year plan, or maybe it's a 30. Maybe some of the countries even put out a 100-year plan. In 100 years, this is where we expect to see this country. So that plan is put together by all of the technocrats, all agencies, various functionaries of government. They make their contribution, they craft it out and they put it out. It becomes the national plan, right? So when you have a national plan, and this plan is taken through the legislature, it becomes enacted into law, or I don't know how, but it becomes binding on all government functionaries. So, for instance, you get on the train. We're traveling from Banga to Monrovia, right? So maybe we the drivers will take turns. So Ansu Shirley will come and drive up maybe from Banga to maybe to Batala. Well, or to Batala is on the road there. And that will be one presidency, one president term. Ansu will be the president, drive us. But all of us know we are going to Monrovia. That is our national plan. We are headed to Monrovia. It doesn't matter who comes to take over and drive the plane, the bus, but we all know we are going to Monrovia. That is our final destination. That is our objective. So other drivers will come along the way. Their driving style will be different a little bit. Some may be able to dodge potholes. Some may go out, and get some gasoline and take up, put a little extra in the car. They'll have the various methodology, but the primary objective is to get us to Monrovia. What do we mean? Maybe the plan would be to open up all major roads in Liberia within 5 years. Make sure all of our bridges are repaired within 10 years, or make sure we have so many hospitals in all of the capitals of our various counties within 15 years, or make sure we have all of our high schools functional. They have labs, they have library, computers, and all of that within maybe 7 years. So you have all of these benchmarks built into the plan. And it's a national development plan. Maybe it's a 20-year plan, 25-year, maybe 30, maybe 50 years. So every administration that comes, whether it is a UP administration, a CDC administration, a CMC administration, they cannot deviate from that plan. That is a national plan. They cannot deviate. We don't have that in Liberia. So what we have is every president that comes in, they come in with their own agenda. In most recent times, I forgot what Charles Taylor came with. I forget. But I know that President Sirleaf came in with, I think, the poverty reduction or something like that. President Sirleaf came in with a plan. And then President Weir came in with the Propo agenda. right? PADP. So whatever President Sili was doing, primarily they tossed it aside and went ahead and developed their own plan. So all of the energy that Madame Sili put into what she did, all of the stuff she did, some of it she was able to finish, some of it she wasn't able to finish, some of it maybe they completed, but primarily they took that and tossed it aside and carved out their own plan. Then, of course, this government came, take the proper agenda and also toss it aside and develop the arrest agenda. Even their own arrest agenda has now been, you know, revised to arrest inclusive arrest agenda or something like that. So, and every time these kind of changes are made, these are fundamental changes. They change the direction of government, they change the application of resources, and all of that. In the long run, we waste a lot of resources, put resources into various plans. You know, President Soli came in for 12 years. She drove that poverty reduction plan. I'm not sure if that's what it was, but I think that's what it was. She drove that. And after the 12 years, you know, we threw it away. President Weah came, PADP, 6 years. I think the PADP brought the harmonization or whatever it is. So now this present government has, the arrest agenda for inclusive development. So it's like you're coming from Banga, all of us coming from Banga, but when we get to Batala, then, some people will get to, we get to SKT, and then instead of heading straight towards Batala and coming towards Kakata, the other president decided to go through Lofa and cut through Lofa Bridge area, go through Babulu before they come to Monrovia. So the Honorable Musa Ability is arguing that we need a national plan. We need to craft a national plan that becomes the agenda for whichever government that comes in. That government will be committed to continue with that national development plan. And because some of these development agendas, some of them take long time to materialize. Sometimes they may take more than 12 years. And 12 years, I believe, is the term limit for Liberia for the presidency. You can't serve more than 12 years, more than 2 terms. Some of these development plans require, 15 years, some 20 years. So in order to be able to continue to have continuity, we talk about government continuity. One government is supposed to continue where the other government left off. That is what it means. We have one national agenda, one national plan that we're all developing and working on. So when President Peter comes in, wherever they stop, when President Jones comes in or President Flomo comes in, they pick up from there and continue with that. They don't take the whole thing that President Peter was doing, scrap it and throw it away and come up with a new agenda, start all over. And then they put in their own plan. That plan too might take longer than they will be in office. Some of it they were not going to. If you notice, the whole argument these past several years have been that most of what President Boka is doing was started by President Weah, and he came in and he's trying to complete what he was doing. So some of the stuff was started by President Weah, but some of it is brand new. The Lofa project in Foya, $10 million. That was not part of Weah's plan. We all know that. Several other things we can name. So that is the point of the Honorable Hassan Musa. When you do that, it allows us to channel and manage our resources effectively. So that we have one national agenda that we all going towards. Maybe for 25 years, everybody will be committed to pursue that objective. If it be establishing our tourism industry, make it robust, put in money, put in the energy, develop it. Maybe it requires 15 years to develop to a level second to none in the West African region. That becomes a national plan. It doesn't matter who comes in, you're committed to that. You have to finish off where your predecessor left off. This is the argument that the Honorable Musa Ability is making. And I don't see who would disagree with that. I do understand in this country, in the US here, what these people do is they have what they call the presidential library, right? Yeah, you have legacy project and all that, but basically that's what they do here. There's a national plan that they are committed to. Yeah, they go into the debate, some of the stuff, like for instance, the Affordable Care Act that Obama introduced, the Republican, they've been trying to scrap it out of that, yeah, I get all of that. But in the core of their governance here, there is a national agenda that they all pursue. If they say they will go after Al Qaeda, whether Obama did it, whether Biden, whether Bush, whether Trump, that they will pursue terrorists. That is a national objective. One person would not come here and say, you know what, I'm not interested in that. No, you saw Obama go after, Osama bin Laden, other people. When he got out, Biden came in. We saw the current president came in. We saw recently took us strikes in Nigeria, Sokoto region, I believe, state, because they have a national agenda. You come in, every president that leaves, they have their little briefing note that they leave the successor. That little note, you go over it, they tell you the priority areas. This is what I was working on. This is what it would take, and you continue from there. That is the core of their governance. We don't have that in Liberia. So that's the point that the honorable is making. And I don't see why anybody, let's open the line. Anybody wants to come in and chime in, tell us what you think about the idea of a national agenda, a national plan of action.
And the one in which the one in which again you talk about Mr. Namwe, which again I want to go in line with you, where you have the blueprint of this person already there, and because this other person, taking over, and they don't have interest.
Yeah.
Our politics here, everyone on party level. It's not about our country. It's not about the interest of our country. It's
That's
about
right.
party level. They don't understand that government is continuity.
Yeah.
Where where it stopped this element, so to pick up from there.
That's right.
So a draft from the district 7 lawmaker and the political leader of CMC is very much important. And let's say kudos to Mr. Bedete. There are a lot of good communication always come from his office, and this communication that come from his office, they are all good for our country. All good for our country.
Yeah.
Last time we talked about our credit bureau. Maybe people never understood him. Last time again, he did again talk about why people in the diaspora can participate into our election process. All these things there. He always come up with some good critical national issues in which he wants to look at. He wants for the people to look at it and see our best. And these things there, when we do talk about it to our people, and despite in the opposition camp, or being part of the ruling establishment, it's important that we take note of some of these things, because it's in the interest of our country. You understand? You cannot allow this other person to come only because you feel that it's not your interest, not your party or what, and they will just abandon it. So for that reason, there are a lot of half projects.
Yeah.
Half works across this country.
Yeah.
Only because this person feel like it's not the party who started it, or it's not the leader.
Yeah.
So forget about it, they will abandon it. They jump into another project. And they're to the other project to nobody know what they're going to go for the next 10, 15 years, and when they get 6 years there. So at the end of the day, they will abandon it. So we have a lot of abandoned projects. And these things there could be good attention to our country. It would track. They will attract our counties. Go to Maryland, go to Sano, go to Grand Kidman, go to Babylon. There are a lot of unfinished projects being abandoned, from the former President Sharif to George Weah, former President Weah, now Boakai. So it's very important that this, what Mr. Billy said, a national agenda when it comes to development. Just let's set it up well. If this man leaves office, this man who takes office is just to follow this particular paper. He will not leave that paper and go jump outside to go to different thing. It's very much important. So I
Yep.
Yeah, as I say, we wait again to hear from our people
Okay,
and
yeah,
to see.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I agree with you because we waste a lot of resources and a lot of energy, and a lot on projects. They don't get most of them don't get finished, and like you said, because of commitment to parties, people don't want one party to take credit. You understand me? Huh? Oh my man, that thing that our CDC project, man, or that thing that our UP project, man, or or whatever it is. In spite of the fact that we're all working towards one goal, which is nation building. So I think it's about time, yeah, we develop a national plan of action that we all will commit ourselves to. It doesn't matter who comes to the office. If we have a 10-year development plan, all of us will commit ourselves to that 10-year
Mm-hmm.
development plan. After the 10 years and you're still there, you can develop your next, action plan, and we all, endorse it. Then whether you
Yeah.
leave office or not, we'll continue with it until we complete it. I think, that's the point. Okay. So apparently, we don't have any callers here. That's okay. We will continue. But let me remind us, we're still receiving uh, we're still receiving entries for this. We told you about this last Friday. We told you, we will be giving away on Friday. These are the numbers to call. Don't forget, send your photo to any one of these numbers. I haven't got any yet, but I haven't talked to Dr. Richardson or Ms. Victoria Sandela Zulu. But we'll be giving out prizes on this. We'll be giving out prizes for winners on this competition on Friday. You're supposed to send your entry in between now to Thursday. We will be announcing the winners on Friday. And also, I have it on good authority that we will also be giving away our cash prize again on Saturday. And so I'll work on the flyer and send it to you. But I'm announcing here that we'll be giving out our prizes again on Saturday. So it's gonna be the usual four winners. So we'll announce throughout the week that on Saturday you come and join us at 6 o'clock Liberian time, 6 to 8. We'll be giving out cash prizes, US dollars cash prizes. You come and join us. We'll tell you how to play. Hopefully by Wednesday we'll have the details. We'll tell you how you can play. But in the meantime, we have I think Dr. Richardson has about 7 prizes that we agreed to give out on. I think this is, let me take a look again. 7 prizes here, I believe. 7 winners. Yeah, 7 winners will receive $10 each on Friday the 27th. So you could be one of those lucky winners. All you do is send your picture here. We think your picture is worthy of a prize. It doesn't have, we were celebrating end of Ramadan, but we've decided it's not just about Muslim dress alone. It can be any kind of dress. You send your entry to any one of those numbers over there, and you could walk away with $10 on Friday. Then on Saturday, if you like, you can join us and walk away with another $10. So we are trying to appreciate you for coming to join us and hanging with us. So again, hopefully by Wednesday we'll have the flyer ready. For my son usually does this, or my friend Ishmael, or even Dr. Richardson. She's good at this. So I'll ask one of them to see if we can do the flyer, and we'll bring it up on Wednesday, and you can call in. The number is right here to call. Did we put the number here, Ansu? Uh, it's the usual number that you call the studios on. Yeah, it's at the bottom here. Um, right, Ansu? Can you see the number?
I'm fortunate to see it though.
You can see the number?
No, I'm only seeing the international number.
Yeah, the number is at the bottom here, I think. Hold up. Yeah, you're right. I think we didn't put the number. But it's a number you usually call the studio on, that
Yeah.
yeah. So but you call that number. The number we usually call, you call that number, you walk away with something. Okay, so let's go on to our second topic, and it has to do. So the next two topics are interrelated because, well, not the next two topics. I think we'll talk about the Dylan thing, then we'll talk about the border. I'm losing my voice here. So the next topic is about what is happening at the border, but the several calls are being made But the CMC is also adding their voice. I think there are a lot of concerns about the just the lack of transparency from the government in terms of what the real story is, what actually happened at the border that led the Guineans to react the way they did. We think there's more to this story. I mean, I read several accounts, various accounts, Councillor Gonglo's account, uh, Representative Ta Wongwe's, several people come, Representative Yeka Koluba. There are a lot of people, and almost to a person, they believe that there was some kind of illegal mining that started taking place at the river there that caused the Guineans to behave the way they did. But the government has not been forthcoming on this. The statement they issued was issued by the Minister, Jeremy Pierre, Minister of Information. It did acknowledge that they had asked BK Mining to stop the same mining and other mining activities. Yeah, so go ahead. Were you saying something?
No, no, listen to you.
Okay. So they acknowledge that there was some kind of mining going on because that statement said they has asked BK Mining to stop all sand mining and any other mining activity and any other company that may be mining in this area. So I think it's quite clear now to all of us that there was some kind of mining going on under this river or on this river. So this is why the Guineans behaved the way they did. So the government never told us what really happened. And then the government of Liberia sent two representations to Conakry. The first was the Minister of Internal Affairs, Honorable Francis Yamalin. He went there. Apparently, after they seized the equipment, he went there to try to retrieve the equipment. It didn't happen. Then the president himself went at the head of a delegation. I think he went on March 16th, if I'm not mistaken. Spent a whole day, and came back. So when they came back, they were full of excitement, and they tried to communicate relief to the nation. According to them, they believed the matter had been taken care of, and that the Guineans they had reached an agreement with the Guineans to stand their troops down at the border, uh, but only for the following morning for us to see the Guineans actually increasing their manpower and um, their functions at the border. Initially, it was just the army there trying to plant the flag and do other stuff, but we understand now. After that, they brought in immigration and they began to set up local government. So it contradicted what the government of Liberia said to us. So when all of this was happening, then the president came and addressed the nation without giving much details. Told us, to give the government a chance. War is easy to start, but it's difficult to stop. Basically, easier to break than to build. Basically, that's what he was saying, and our own national, experience can relate. Meaning, we have had several years of war and all of that, and we know what that has done to our country, and we made a lot of sense, and so we should give the government a chance to try to deal with this diplomatically and all of that, and so we said, it makes a lot of sense, but it's been more than a week since the president delivered, his statement to the nation. And there is an anxious nation to reassure. They're not telling us anything else. The reporters continue to go to the border and they continue to see increased activities at the border by the Guineans. Not that much is happening from the Liberian side. Basically, you have a very anxious and very very concerned, very terrified citizenry on the Liberian side of the border. Just walking around, with nothing to do. They can't go back to their farms. They can't go back to their homes easily. And these people are there. So the government is not explaining to us what's happening. And then we learned over the weekend, I think the lawmakers, they went up there. We saw the deputy speaker along with the speaker and other, honorable persons. And we saw the speaker declare that within 48 hours, he wanted Triple RC, L Triple RC, and the disaster management team to go to Lofa, to go to the border and begin to take care of those people and all of that. So the question that many people are asking is, well, what exactly happened at the border? What is happening? And what is the government doing to help alleviate the situation? I think those are very basic concerns, very basic questions that we're having difficulties getting answers to. Tell us what happened at the border. There are reports that if you read the Honorable Taiwan piece which I read, he is indicating that there are reports that there was illegal mining going on at this border, and they believe the people who were doing the mining are people who are government, higher government officials, people in the government. Now, the reports have been coming that the Minister of Internal Affairs may have been one of those people, the Honorable Francis Yemeli. That has not been substantiated. But you can't blame the people for speculating because the government is not coming out to say anything. We have heard reports that this BK company was contracted by many government officials who wanted things done in Lofa. Such people as the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Fala. So people are wondering and asking, well, what exactly is going on here? What is being done? And when can we see relief from the Liberian side? And those are the questions people are asking. And I think those are legitimate questions. So on the heel of all of this, this morning, the CMC put out a statement. I was not able to upload it early, so I am going to read the statement that the CMC put out this morning. This is what the CMC said. Call for presidential leadership and national unity on border situation. This is coming from the Citizen Movement for Change. Monrovia, Liberia, March 23rd, 2026. The situation unfolding along our border is serious and demands immediate national attention. This is not a routine matter. It touches directly on our sovereignty and territorial integrity. This touches on our sovereignty and our territorial integrity. This is an existential threat. At a time like this, the responsibility of leadership rests squarely on the president as head of state and commander in chief. So the president is the person who is the arrowhead for spearheading anything that has to do to resolving this matter. Not Thomas Fala going to the border, not Richard Namwekun going to the border, speaker and deputy speaker. No, the president has to take the lead on this matter. I urge the president of the Republic of Liberia to immediately convene all national stakeholders and political leaders across government and opposition in one forum. The country deserves a clear and transparent briefing on the current situation, and it is imperative that a unified national position is established. I don't think this is opposition politics. I don't think this is opposition politics. This statement is calling on the government to say, look, call all of your people and call some of us who may not be in the government. We're all here. We want to come and sit down at the table so that together we can all agree we need a unified position and a unified approach towards resolving this matter. I don't think that is too much to ask. Why? Because two heads are always better than one. It's not because you're not in the government that you may not have, maybe you have an idea that's probably better than what the government is considering. I urge the President of the Republic of Liberia to immediately convene all national stakeholders and political leaders across government and opposition in one forum, one national conference, one national forum. So this is not a political movement. This is a national movement. This is not about politics. This is about our sovereignty. This is about our territorial integrity. This is about an existential threat that is facing all of us, and it should claim our attention equally. It doesn't affect anybody more than the other or less than the other. It affects all of us. And so we all need to come around the table and talk about it. I think this is I think this is not too much to ask. There must be a structured and continuous channel of communication where stakeholders are regularly briefed, where concerns are openly expressed, and where decisions are shaped collectively in the interest of the country. Open dialogue, open communication. Tell us what is happening. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you know. Tell us how you're dealing with it. This is what all responsible governments do. In this country here, the situation in the Gulf, every day. Trump himself, sometimes when he's on the plane, he would talk to reporters. He's coming from the White House, coming on the helicopter to go to his Air Force One. He would take questions, talk to reporters. He has also made a statement to the nation, address the nation. Then there is his press secretary. She comes in the press room of the White House every day and talk to reporters on what is happening. Openness, open communication, transparency. Call all of us together as leaders of the country. Look, my people, this is what we're faced with. We want you to help us. Let all of us brainstorm on how to deal with this. Why? Because some of the people who are not in the government also have connections. They have reaches. They can talk to other people. I mean, some of these people who are not in government, Musa Azambelete, he knows people in the region. He knows people outside the region. Alice Cummings, Alice knows people in the region, out of the region. Benin Ayure, Blamo Nelson, Deacon Carl. All of these people, they have friends. They know people in the region. Not because they are not in government, but they could also bring their connections to bear and help to resolve this thing. Because right now, I tell you this, we are like Ukraine, and the Guineans are like Russia. Let's be honest. Let's face it. The strength of the army compared to ours, we are like Ukraine. We are like the little guy, and they are like the big guy, and they're trying to bully us. That's what this is. And we have to recognize it as such. So we have to be Vladimir Zelensky, rallying all the support that we can get anywhere, whether it's from the European or the Americans, anywhere we can get it. And I think the president should reach to any and everybody who is willing to help. I think he should this threat knows no political boundaries. I think the president should reach out to everybody in and out of Liberia who can help. Bring in the political leaders. They have connections. You don't know. You have no idea who some of these people know, who may know the Guinean hierarchy. So, Mr. President, we want you to heed our advice. Please hear us. This is not a moment for politics. This is a national moment. This is the moment for all of us to rally around each other and rally around the one cause, the existence of Liberia, the well-being of our country, protection of our territorial integrity. There must be a structured and continuous channel of communication where stakeholders are regularly briefed, where concerns are openly expressed, and where decisions are shaped collectively in the interest of the country. There is nothing political about that. On matters of sovereignty and territorial integrity, Liberia must speak with one voice. On such matter confronting us as our our existence, because right now our existence as a nation is under threat. We must speak with one voice. I've heard a lot of people take issue with Honorable Yega Koluba, but Yega Koluba is saying what he's saying because the government has been less than transparent. They are not telling us what is happening, and they're not telling us what they're doing. They're not telling us where they wish to take us. And so when you have this vacuum, this lack of information, speculation will fill the void. That's just how it is. Where you are not transparent, where you're not talking to us, where you're not providing us briefing, where you're not telling us what you're doing, people will speculate. And Yeka Koluba is trying to force your hand. He knows what he's doing. I don't believe Yeka is advocating against Liberia. I think he's just as frustrated as any of us who is being treated like bobo from our government, our national government. And all of these interpretations you see people writing on social media, all of this, these are all speculations because people are frustrated. Our government is not talking to us. They're not telling us what they're doing. They're not telling what the problem is. So everybody is, the theories are rampant. Everybody is speculating on what they think the problem is. We cannot afford silence. We cannot afford division. And we cannot afford to treat this as business as usual. This is beyond business as usual. It's not every day you wake up and you're faced with somebody threatening to overrun your country. It's not business as usual. This is a very unusual matter. It's a very unusual and very, very difficult, very, very existential threat to our existence. And we need to treat it with the seriousness that it deserves. I saw the president reading the other day, his statement to the nation. I was underwhelmed. I was disappointed. I mean, I understand the president is not a young man, he's not, the young, jumping up and down type. But you gotta come to the podium with you're coming to whip our spirit. Not a war. I don't want you to come to the podium beating war drum and war dance. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But you're coming in, you're addressing us, you want to inspire confidence. You want to reassure us, calm our nerves, calm us down, build up our confidence, rejuvenate our spirits. That's what you're coming to do. You're gonna lift us up. So you gotta come sounding and looking upbeat. That's what you should have done. President came, I didn't see the flag of the Republic of Liberia behind him. I didn't see the seal of the Republic of Liberia. I didn't see any of those. He just looked like any ordinary person talking to anybody. I think the president needs to do better than that. And I think he can do better. So, but continuing, this is the time for coordination, discipline, and leadership. Leadership. This is the time to be disciplined in our approaches to this. We need to coordinate with each other, and we need leadership. We need the president to lead us. We need the government to lead us. Leadership. Leadership is about being responsive to your people. It's about being open. It's about being transparent. It's about reassuring your people. It's about whipping up confidence in a weary nation, a very anxious nation. You have a responsibility to come up to us and lift us up. Right now, Liberians are terrified. Most Liberians are very concerned. These people could come in and take our territory, and many people believe they may have shown up elsewhere. It may not just be at the Somaba border. I've heard people talk about uh, 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 around Quando Boni area. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the geography over there, but it looks like these people may have shown us somewhere else. So there are a lot of speculation, a lot of reporting. Only the government know the full story. We only have pieces of it. We only have pieces of it. So right now we're reacting to the ear of the elephant. That's what they say. We don't have the rest of the body of the elephant. We're reacting to only a little piece of this situation. But only the government has all of the pieces together. And this is why when they come to us, they be talking to us because they have the full information at their disposal. We don't. So we're just reacting to pieces of it. They know the whole story. And they have to come and reassure a weary nation. That is part of their responsibility. It's part of their responsibility. This is the time for coordination, discipline, and leadership. I urge the president to rally the nation. Rally the nation. Rally the nation, Mr. President. Rally the nation. Rally the nation. Engage all actors and lead a unified national response that reassures the Liberian people and protects the interests of our country. Liberia must come first. So this is the press release, under the signature of the Honorable Musa Hassan Belete, represented District Number 7, political leader of the CMC. Again, the title of this is Call for Presidential Leadership and National Unity on Our Border Situation. Answer you back there. You see, you should come in. Let's open the line and see if we can have some input. For some reason, I don't see any comments in the comment section today. I don't know if something is happening. Usually, we get our friends coming and we recognize them and greet them. Answer you back there. Okay. So why answer is getting ready, but that was the press release today from the CMC calling on the government that to come in and demonstrate leadership and national unity. They have to lead us. So if you want to call in, the number to call is let me see now. The number to call here is, and you can make your input. This is the number scrolling down here. You can call one of these numbers, 0777 I hope I said it right. The number again is 0777. Okay, answer is back on. And so let's see if we can have anybody who wants to make an input on the press release.
That number is 0776927472.
So that's the wrong number that I put up.
It's 0776
This one, right?
92.
0776927472.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the number there. Well, so you listen to Mr. Langwe, guys. For those who are monitoring the radio, you listen to him. He has said a lot. You can participate though. You do find the show. You call me on 776-927472. The numbers to call on and be live here on Truth FM 96.1 on 0776-927472. You listen to him. There are a lot have been said, and yeah. And I always tell people, I say your call you play through is highly appreciated. You're making some contribution to because the people listen to you, right? Your leaders listen to you. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Can you please shake a little bit? Yeah, because you are breaking in, please. Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, thanks for the topic on discussion. Yeah, one thing that our country is under threat right now, right? And the president should be wholly accountable for what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
He should give us the chance to convince him he's working for us and we're paying our taxpayer money.
Mm.
We have respected him and for his regime. This regime is the rescue mission regime. It is on arrest. And we its own agenda.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on currently at the border? It's a national security threat, and it is a collective responsibility. The CNC chairman regularly put it that all stakeholders' views are solicited as it relates to this matter.
Okay.
And of this moment, we are engulfed with situation. I mean, with serious information that are tantamount to keep us kind of alert. We are not know where we're going. We kind of confused.
We are kind of confused. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. 10 seconds each, please. All right. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. 30 seconds, please. So other people can participate on the show. Yeah, I not just allow you to just be and for you alone, for one caller to just hold on to the line. All right. So let's do it. 30 seconds, please. So other people can have the time to participate. But call me on 0776 927472. Are the numbers for you to call on 0776 927472. Call let's hear you. The next caller. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, sir. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I'm PD from Dixon.
Dixie, you call from where? You calling from where?
Single Bell.
Single.
Area.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, we're all calling for peace in one of you, but the government doesn't want to be citizen. What is really going on at that border? Other people are saying that because of the money, to the boundary, which is the river, and Guinea, I'm not aware. Guinea government, but we are hearing different stories that, the people want, I know they want the mark of land, which is I know mountain where that uranium, the royal, then they negotiate with Guinea government already. That's the main reason for we Guinea want our area. Government don't want to be straight to tell the citizen the fact what is really happening in that place.
Okay.
Every time I also understand that the president called all the old generals, that the Bubble Nigga was the chairman calling for meeting. To have meeting. Why you calling on general and everyone now?
My man, the other information that it's alleged or you just hear that one in the air. You just hear that one in the breeze, right?
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, I want it's alleged now. President call old general. Hello?
How you doing? I'm Moses calling from Matali.
Moses, go ahead, your life.
Thank you. This situation at the border end, and our government looking at it as a diplomat and where they're working, we know it's good for the country, but we have army in the country. When something happens, we ain't asking our army to go and fight. But have a deployment, huge amount of military troop at the border where you have the immigration. The immigration also a soldier. But taking police to go and deploy police, the police will not serious in the country. We got to do the serious things and deploy our army at the border until they can do the diplomat thing. We know how our citizens go back. We have a Guineans in the city. They putting our people all of the building. Then where the citizens say now, so we should send a citizen back and take the citizen that they putting out to come and sit down here and then we can have the diplomats what they're trying to
Where that one happening, my man? I mean, where it happening again?
I'm talking about the people at the border. They
Yeah.
want to sit in their home now. That's what I'm referring to.
Yes.
So, the people for the border, we're trying to tell you that we have Guineans in the capital city here. So we should take the people from the border and bring it at the city here. Then the people go back and then they can settle the matter. We're not going around. So let it declare so you're a work out thing, let the Guinea go back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. 30 seconds, please. For those of you when you call, just 30 seconds, please. 30 seconds. 0776 927472. Let's get to the line. Hello? Caller, are you there?
Hello.
Hello, caller.
Yeah, my name is Wayman calling
From where?
Wayman
Oh yeah, go ahead, woman.
Yeah, the situation in Lofa, I want to say that enough good for us to forget about Liberia for 14 years civil war. Abraham us war was in Article Sierra Leone, in fact, in Guinea. Sometimes we had to think on the past. After war, we need to equip our military, and we forget about it and focus on regulation. How to get fixed salary. We just focus on it until today. Guinea has grown up high in military, and they are challenging all we are able to fight. So for me, we not get manpower to fight Guinea. So we just need that part of that language and just show new demarcation.
Okay. Thank you. That's your point there. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. You're alive. Who's on the line here? Kanye, what's up, man? Okay.
For me, the whole situation that occurred in Guinea, I came from one understanding. I think what the government should do right now is to just close the border land, the entire border land on the south. Okay? Because when the border is closed with Guinea, definitely, I don't think the whole Baloo team, the North East, but as long as the border remain open, that would be one of the things that the Guinean soldier will be happy for our own soldiers from the south, which is they have been coming from the south, and then they will then keep crossing because I think every day they say that we'll be crossing, and then when there will be no solution, definitely I listened to an interview by something from the OBFN. They went there. I think they were interviewing some of the people, even one or two of the citizens for the Poland land on the side there. I think they were interviewed by Chokon and the Poland guys, Joe Jeff. I think he was in a recording that I think when King goes all ahead because they are hunter, and when hunter are angry because they know much about the forest more than you myself. Okay, so when the hunter are when they are in anger, definitely, I mean push will see away. Same you myself, we don't want for King to go all ahead in this country, or be served in the local region, definitely. The government should see everything necessarily, President Park should see everything necessarily by crossing the entire border land, whatsoever border land whatsoever crossing point that border side there through Liberia, it should remain close and the border of all of us. Thank you for this speaking of me time, brother.
Kanye, thank you. Caller, are you there? Hello, caller.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Yes, sir. Your name and where do you call from? From where? Boston, calling from my GB. Moses, go ahead. Let's hear you.
You know, our government in our country now, they are not fair to do. You know what they have noticed about our leadership? People getting power now to teach, to get their children and to pay their service because they're not thinking about what people want to do when they are wrong. It's not happening over there. That therefore you're pulling things off for other people that well, you can't leave your country and put on your money and you know that demarcation between the people, you're not even going to put that money. And every day we get different information that they put in another side, they not go to the border side, but they catch another side again. And we can call other people for that they can get that information.
Okay.
So we're only asking the government to be fair to them.
Okay.
Then tomorrow when things happen, they will dictate that So thank you for your show.
You're welcome. The next caller, good evening. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I was saying, everybody saying the same old thing. The woman you got to tell what going on. Anytime you ready to tell what's going on, we'll tell the need to make anything you to make to say they're going to come any further. You got the business that's doing over there, and everything, you and family. None of that people.
Thank you. Well, we pray for you to not happy. Hello, caller, are you there?
Yeah, good evening. How you doing, sir?
Yes, sir, you live. Let's say you.
Yeah, see, to be frank, the government don't always be clear from people. You know, you can remember some time ago, Guinea donated some pickles to the Liberia government. Those pickles that were donated came from Russian government. Putin won that mountain, so using the uranium that in that mountain, and the government of Liberia was called to negotiate with them, but the Liberian government, they don't want to be clear to the citizens what is really happening. But our president know what is happening. When Guinea take money from them, can't donate pick up to Liberian government. When that ever happened in Israel, is that ever happened before? Let us come and tell the Liberian government the true story. Thank you.
You're welcome. Wonderful caller. So for those of you listening, you are listening to Liberia's Eastside here on Truth FM 96.1. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have on Mr. J. Victor Nangwe. On tonight, my name is Ansu, and we are here up to later on. And by 11 o'clock, we'll be wrapping up. Caller, go ahead. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Mario Toba, calling my brother.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, they go pull up business. You know, in Liberia, we're not having plenty military. The army not plenty.
So what the army told you?
How many soldiers will get in Liberia? And the people pay the money off. And
The army what came and told you that they don't play it? Now what me I want to? You check the Liberian soldier and you check the Guinean soldier.
Before you go there, and many of all 124, but we now follow how to tell on how it's gonna be.
So if you say it, are you simply saying the both people don't want to go there? Are you simply saying the both people don't want to go there, don't want to go to the border?
What I say the people that want to own the force, that real force.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government say if you know book, you gotta go there. You don't know book, you can't go there. And many all still want to own the force, and we not drive on school. We not go all the hard.
So you join the army?
Yes, really. For me, I will anytime.
Okay. Okay, now that's how it works now. It's about 16. The army people you see that's in that barrier, they work by all of they move by all of. Now it works, right? So the government say they'll keep doing the paper way. They'll keep engaging each other paper way. Table, sitting around table, inviting other countries to come and sit there with the president of Guinea, the president of Sierra Leone, Liberia. They sit on the round table, have a very good conversation. You know, they keep doing it like, you know, small. Yeah. So they want it's not about because it's not about no board. The AFL or the state security will have their own work to do, how to carry on the recruitment exercise for security. Maybe you want to join the NSA, you want to join the police, you want to join the DA, you want to join the army. They will tell you to do that. They will tell you how to wake up. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Victor Priya, calling from Upper City.
Fee, go ahead.
Yeah, the last caller I just left the line. I want to portray the effort. We are sitting on a town phone, brother, because I can know before the war we have more than 18,000 army in this country. But right now, as we speak, we have less than 3,000.
That's not what for you guys now.
That's the information. Oh man, we in the country. This is my country. I know.
Are you speaking on speculation? Are you speaking on the say? Are you?
I'm telling you, I'm closer to the
You went to the barracks, checked the people there.
I'm coming. You are saying no. Not from Otto Street to that way or your country.
Then I cannot just do as such.
Huh? Okay, let me just get it started.
Go straight to the point. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. As we speak, do we have troops at the border? Do we? Tell the negotiations going on. You have army at the border there?
But let me make you guys understand something now.
The Canadian are trooping or land. You don't have troops. You have police.
But the government not came out to tell you that if because of low manpower or don't have manpower is the reason. The army move by all of them.
So, that's the question. Do we have enough army as compared to Guinea?
As far as concerned, we having men and women in the army
How many are there? I agree. We have men.
to defend this country. We have men and women to the army. They are there.
My brother, don't fool this public. I'm telling you seriously. We don't have enough men.
No, I don't want to talk what they say or speculation or what. Okay, so what's the total number you have there?
Right now,
Yeah, you are children father. You go to church.
less than 3,000.
Less than 3,000.
I can't because of the criteria said you have to be a house graduate, college graduate. These are some of these are scared the children who already have passed away.
So is the reason why the number is small?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
Okay, thank you so much. If any call come in, we'll put it through. If no call, let's get back to Mr. Nambe. Mr. Nambe, the post said, Ambe, we have a very small number though. Yeah, it's the reason why we're still holding on not to go to that border because our number too small.
But they may not be wrong though. The estimates I've seen, people are saying that the Liberian army will be around 2,000. I mean, I've read of something that Sego Kalasco wrote, and he was writing. He's been in government before. He's been around former President Weah. He put the army around 2,000. And he put the Guinean army around 12,000. The other estimate that put the Guinean army as far as 65,000. So those color answers, they might be onto something. I don't know. But like you said, we're not military people. But again, I think the thread running through the cause is that the government is not telling the people what is happening. People need to know what is happening. And the government better get up and come and tell us what is happening. Tell us, what started this thing, what is happening, what they're doing to resolve it. That's what we want to know. And we're entitled to that. They work for us. The government works for us. We pay their salary. So they're not doing us any favors. They have to come and talk to us. But, let me thank the callers for calling in. Please continue to hang with us every now and then. Come in and join us and make your input. We'll let you call. But while we're talking about all of this, then there was this. And let me see here if I can, Mr. Salif. I don't know if you're seeing this. I don't know if you're seeing this. And people are wondering. This was at the Labour Party program where they organized.
But you place it in a group chat so we can get it.
Okay,
out.
You know what? It is in the. Oh, it's not. I thought I put it in there.
It's not in the group
Okay,
chat.
hold on. Let me see. It's only 10 seconds, but I'm sorry. I thought I did that already. But let me put it in there. It's all over the internet, and so
I've seen something from UHS coming in.
yeah. No, I don't think that's it. I think yes. I'm just coming to share it now. And so people were saying, but these people are supposed to be honoring women. And okay, so I just dropped it in there. It should be there now. It's only 10 seconds. I thought I was gonna be able to play it. So it's why Ansel is getting ready to cue that up. This is a clip, I'm sure many of you have seen it, of Senator Dillon, he lets spraying people with money. This man here, we remember again back in September, he came to the UN to he accompanied the president delegation on this whole UN Security Council seat. And he was excited. I get it. And I get it. But you can spray somebody in Monrovia. A lot of people there need a little something. I don't know if the people who were spraying in New York needed it, but he just started spraying people at the U.S. embassy. I think at the U.S. embassy or wherever they were, spraying people with money, U.S. dollars. So and you could say that's his money. It just so anyway. This was having this gathering, the Liberty Party people, to honor International Women's Month. So you had lots of women in attendance, and there was this woman who was dancing. He actually specifically told this woman to turn around, and the woman turned around, and bam, started woman rearing, slap behind, and then of course he sprayed her with some money. So people are asking if you are organizing a program to celebrate women, and is this a way to celebrate them? People thought it was demeaning, disrespectful. Actually, I read one of the women's accounts, Miss Victoria Quickway. I think she was the senatorial candidate for the CPP from the ANC side. She called that sexual harassment. She believed it was it could pass for sexual harassment. And it's difficult to argue against that when you see the video. It's only 10 seconds. So Angie was queuing, and I know I probably should have done this before taking your course because I really want to get your reaction. Is this just Senator Dillon being Senator Dillon and just happy and celebrating? Or do you think he was being disrespectful to women generally? Do you think he was sexually harassing this woman? Was that appropriate? I've seen a lot of commentary on the internet, and a lot of people are not happy. A lot of people don't think it was funny, and they don't think it was, something he should have done, And there were a lot of women in attendance. I didn't hear anybody raise. If anybody did, maybe they did after the program, or maybe away from the glare of the cameras. But I didn't hear that much, outcry at the program against what he did. So Ansu is trying to kill this program, and if he doesn't, then we'll move on. But I just thought you should take a look at it and see whether yeah. Sometimes when you are in a position of trust, you got to be careful. It's not everything that comes to your mind. That you must do. You can't just do like you feel like. Let me see here. Maybe I can. Ansu is trying to, share this, but let me see if I can also, share this. Oh, okay. So I was doing it right. So let's see here. So okay, and you tell me, what you think here. This is probably not. Bear with us here. We are trying to share this. Nope, it's not coming up. All right, so maybe let's see again. Okay. All right. So it's now okay. I think I got it. So this is the clip here, and okay. So it says here my browser cannot access this screen. Uh, as we have no log there, let's see here one last time. Let's see here. Uh, let's see here. Okay. Let me know if you see this. So this is the clip here that I wanted to share with you. And okay, so I think it's on. So now let me go back to it and play it. All right. So that is, let me see if I can replay this again. Let's see. So this is Senator Ibrahim Darius Dillon. He actually comes. He actually comes to the woman, tells her to turn around. And so, can you hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. So he comes to the woman, he tells her to turn around and slaps this one on her rear end. There you go, slaps her, and then, of course, then he sprays her. Especially on the day that the Liberty Party is actually supposed to be honoring women, for their contributions to society, our mothers, our wives, our sisters, our daughters, you know. And he chose this day to come and pat this woman on her rear end. Was that appropriate? Was he just being, day long? Was this woman being sexually harassed? You have your say. But a lot of people believe that that was inappropriate, that shouldn't have happened. Other people believe, Senator Dillon, you're just messing around, and being kind of, uh, you know, um, um, friendly and jovial and just messing around with this lady. But that is what happened. So I leave it there for your judgment. Answer is not here, so I'm not going to take calls on that. So the last thing is, Answer, are you there? The last thing was for us to, and I think we dealt much about the border. We were supposed to take updates on the border, see what's happening at the border, if anything new has happened. As far as I know, nothing new has happened. The Guineans where they were from the beginning of this whole thing. If anything, it looks like they have increased their activities on the Liberian side of the border. They haven't withdrawn 1 inch. They continue to occupy our territory. And again, there have been lots of people. And did you see the video?
Yeah, I'm trying to get hand of my producer. I think
No, but I managed to put it up. You didn't see it?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if maybe I didn't do it right since you are there now. Let me try
Okay.
one last time and then you tell me whether you saw it or not.
Okay.
Let me try it again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just play it around here. I don't know. But
That's the video from Senator Dillon.
yes.
Okay.
This video, right? This is the video I was talking about. So So, so if you look right to the left of the screen, right here, can you see my arrow, my cursor?
Yeah, it's on. It's up. If you know, it's
Yeah,
up.
I think right here is the foreign minister sitting right here.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, right here.
yeah.
So, and there were other women in the crowd. Former Justice Minister Gloria Scott. There were lots of people in this gathering, Ansu, and none of them said anything. He purposely called it one to turn it around, and bum. What do you think, Ansu? You know,
Well,
is that a Liberian thing? Are we making a big deal out of nothing, or what?
that's people will see it as being as the Liberian thing, the normal Liberian thing, as you said, how people will see it to be. But I told someone last time, I said, when you find yourself in a public space, uh, when you become a public figure, there are a lot of eyes on you, cameras are on you, your movement, your activities, also it comes with a lot of professionalism. So when you find yourself in that public space, you have to be very careful, how you go ahead by doing things, how you respond by doing things, because cameras are on you. People monitoring you, especially as a top government official, a senator of a whole county. So there are a lot of people that follow you, and anything you do out there, it will come out. People,
Yeah,
so that's the way how now you go about by conducting yourself, by running your life, how you go about out there by putting yourself in order, being in the public space. So this the action from the senator, and it should be better. He just whatsoever we had there for the lady, either he just gave it to her or he just threw it on her. Then the delivery call her,
yeah,
and tell her turn around. Honestly, just to knife her back and to give her money.
yeah,
So that went out for me. I see that he was absolutely wrong.
yeah. I think, yeah, I think that was inappropriate. I'm a man. I understand. We play around, but yeah, first of all, I don't think he knew the woman. That's one. That's something you may do. When you're your partner or in private. You play around with each other. That's different. But I think I don't know if he knew this woman. Maybe he did, but even if he did, I think that's somebody's wife, somebody's mother, somebody's sister. You know, I I think he harassed her sexually. I think you know. Did he mean to harass her sexually? I don't know if he meant to, but I think what he did was just inappropriate in a gathering like that, especially on the day that was meant to honor women. He chose that day to demean them further. I mean, these are the kind of things that women continue to speak against, that they believe continue to disgrace, to embarrass, to debase them. And I know Senator Dillon knows better. So I think what he did, it looked innocent. I don't think he should have done it the way he did. But I think that was a mistake, if I should call it that. But it
Mm.
was totally uncalled for. I don't think he should have done that. I think this lady, he owes that lady an apology, and women in general. And I'm just surprised that there was so many other women sitting there, and nobody said anything. But that is what happened over the weekend. The Liberty Party had a major gathering where they celebrated, uh, women during the International Women's Month. Women all around the world have been celebrated for their contributions to our society. So,
Yeah.
Andrew, we're getting ready to end, and I was waiting for you to come. We have about 5 minutes left. I want us to go over quickly the border. As I was saying, that as far as we know, nothing has changed at the border. Everything remains where it was in terms of the Liberian side. The Guineans are still present on our border. They haven't gone back an inch. If anything, it looks like they continue to make moves that suggest that they are occupying more territory. Today, there were lots of reports that Kwendu and other parts that they may have since March 9th. Apparently, people are just bringing this to light that they may have occupied other parts of Liberia other than just the Solomba border area. So I don't know if you heard any such thing. We still have 4 minutes left on the clock. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I was asking if you've heard. We heard that besides just the Makona River and Solomba area, the Guineans might be present in other parts of Liberia. I think Kwendu area, or I think they say Kwendu, or we call it Kwendu or Kwendi. I think Kwendu, right? Somewhere in
Konodu, or
yeah, somewhere around Kwadoboni area there. I think they may have also, occupied places there. But the bottom line is that these people they're making they've shown no intention so far to back down. I think people are becoming really worried now that these people may be here to stay and they may not be leaving soon.
Yeah, exactly so.
Yeah. So but it's been great hanging with you, and thanks to our callers. We had a lot of people calling today, mostly from the radio. Thank you for continuing to listen in. We urge you to continue to tune in again before we leave. This is what we did on Friday. I keep reminding you. These are the numbers to send your photos to. The Friday was the day declared as the end of Ramadan. So on Friday, whatever you dressed up, however you dress on Friday, send us a picture here to any of these numbers. My number, Dr. Richardson number, or Miss Victoria Sendelazu. You have up to Thursday to send these pictures in. And when we have to get it between now to Thursday. And then when we come on, you should tune in, and we'll call the winners. 7 winners will be selected, and each winner will win $10. So make it a date. Then on Saturday, we'll probably bring the poster by Wednesday to put it up. The flyer. You will call this number on Saturday. We're trying to put up 4 winners. We'll try to keep it simple. Maybe we'll ask you to call to draw a number, just like we did last Friday, from a range of numbers. And the way we're looking at it is on the top of every 15 minutes, we'll take 1 winner, so we may do it that way on Friday. Take 4 winners. Each of them will win $10. Saturday, rather. So Saturday, try to make it a date to join us also. You may have an opportunity to win $10. We'll continue to do that as our appreciation for you watching. So, Ansu, if you have nothing else to say to add to today's program, I want to thank you very much. And thanks to our audience. Thanks also to Henry in the back. Thanks to Dr. Richardson for the encouragement. I know she and I will communicate a lot today and over the weekend. She's traveling. She thought she was going to make it in time, but I think she couldn't make it. So, but I like her to know that we wish her all the best. Also, Miss Vicky, she wrote she couldn't come in. I know she likes, she's usually here with us. So, Vicky, hopefully you can join us on Wednesday. Also, all of our panelists, guys, you haven't been around in a while. Ishmael, we haven't seen in a while. Dr. Jan Vulre, we haven't seen in a while. Miss Masa Dopo, we haven't seen in a while. So hope everything is okay with you guys. But this is your CMC corner. If people want to hear you, they want to see you. So try to join us. Hopefully we'll be back again on Wednesday, God willing. Until then, thank you very much. Have a great evening.
CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC. us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. It's a man. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better life.